guys, it is November 22nd, Tuesday night, week of Thanksgiving. Just giving you guys a new prep update. And we have a huge announcement. Drum roll, please. I just today broke into the 190s. I was 199.6 on the dot. So kind of a big, after starting this contest prep September 1st at 218 pounds. And then now today, 11 weeks into prep, finally hit one, kind of broken in the 190s. So down officially like 18.4 pounds in 11 weeks. So even to the point where I got my email back from my coach, Cliff Wilson, and he even said that we're ahead of schedule. So he made a few little tweaks tonight. One that I'm very, very, very excited about. And it's not like I was hardly doing anything before, but now I have absolutely zero, zilch, none, zippo cardio this week. Absolutely zero. It's pretty crazy to to feel like I don't have to do any cardio this week at all. Even though I was only doing 2 15-minute low intensity sessions, which kind of felt like nothing. But now, knowing that I have zero is pretty crazy. And then my low days, my carbs were at 220. He bumped them up by 10, so I'm back up to 230 carbs. Protein is still at 280. Fat is still at 52. My refeed got changed just a little bit. He budged up my protein from 235 to 240 on refeed days. Carbs are still 440, and fat is still 57 on refeeds. So that is where we're at right now. I'm on my last kind of phase of this training program that Cliff had me on these first it's gonna be 12 weeks, and then I have one more week left, and then I'll basically he's gonna have me take a few days off, and then I'll basically probably start the program again. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I just kind of want to give you guys an update on weight, how things are progressing. And you guys that follow me on my other social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, things are definitely progressing. Got freaking lines like crazy on the side of my glutes. Abs are almost fully in already. It's crazy. I feel like I'm seeing things this prep at 20 weeks out on Saturday. And I feel like these weren't things that I saw until maybe 9-10 weeks out of my last contest prep. So I'm definitely ahead of pace as far as conditioning, which is awesome, because my whole goal this prep for my pro debut is obviously to bring a whole different level of improved conditioning for the pro stage. So anyways, guys, we are almost at the gym right now. I got a chest and bicep workout. Tonight's kind of crazy too. My bench press is just 2 sets of 3, and then everything else is going to be 10 to 12 reps. So I'll try to maybe get I'm usually bad at getting clips of chest and biceps, so if not, I'll see you guys in the next clip. I'm going to show you how I've been doing my my big bowls of salad lately. Been doing about 100 grams of just classic iceberg lettuce, and I do a half serving of fresh spinach. And I've been doing, this has been amazing in salads. I literally only do a quarter serving, which I believe is only I think 1 or 2 fat, 0 carb, and 4.5 protein. And then I do a fat-free. You can do Walden Farms dressing if you want to save 3 carbs, but this is only 3 carbs per serving, Italian dressing. And I've also been slicing up just some kosher dill pickles. And then I do about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of mushrooms. And it's been an awesome, big, filling salad. Great flavor too with all of these different if you like saltier type ingredients. Guys, and then there is all the ingredients. Got the spinach and everything on the bottom there. It's a freaking really big, filling salad. So just giving you guys some more ideas. All right, guys, it is Thursday night. It's my rest night. I had to show you guys what I'm indulging in tonight. I had to get a couple pints of Halo Top. So I got the peanut butter cup, and I got a red velvet. Oh, this is my first time having the peanut butter cup. And if you are a fan of peanut butter, so you can see there's little chunks and strips of peanut butter in the ice cream. This flavor is on point. Macros, I'm gonna have the whole entire pint. It's gonna be, I think it's 12 fat, 48 carb, 24 protein with 12 grams of fiber. So freaking enjoying this. Diet tip though, use a small spoon so the ice cream lasts longer. That's what I'm doing. So I'm savoring every single bite. Tried something new. Picked up a spaghetti squash today from the grocery store. Literally just sliced it in half, dished out all of the seeds and stuff like that, and then I put these in a baking pan and baked it for about, I think this took close to an hour, but I've already kind of scooped out one here, and you can kind of see it's kind of a whatever. It's a nice kind of substitute. What I'm doing it for is to substitute it for pasta, because I think like 1 cup of this is only like 40 calories. So it's gonna be a lot less carbohydrates, so you can get a lot more volume. So it's just one of those things while you're dieting, kind of getting creative here and finding some different alternatives as opposed to regular pasta. I'm gonna try this spaghetti squash, so I will let you guys know how this turns out. I'm probably just gonna add some marinara sauce and some extra lean ground beef, and then some salt, pepper, maybe some maybe a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top, and get a nice lower macro, lower carb pasta. Here is the final product. I ended up doing 10.5 ounces of the spaghetti squash. So I think it's about 3 servings. So it's a, you know, pretty big portion, and it was only 20 carbs. And then I added in a serving of pasta sauce, just a marinara sauce. And then I did 3 ounces of 96.4 extra lean ground beef. So I will say this is definitely, compared to something like shirataki noodles, I think it's definitely a better, or at least close to that alternative. So again, guys, it's just all about the volume here and getting all of this volume for only 20 carbs. I'm almost done with the spaghetti squash pasta. So just kind of giving you more of a thorough review as I kind of get through this. I definitely think that this is, with the, if you know, you put the right sauce in there, a marinara sauce, you could do like ground turkey. I did extra lean ground beef. Again, for the macros and for this being such low carb and high volume, I think you could definitely spice it up by adding some, you know, low fat, some cheese or some like Parmesan cheese on it, and will definitely really spice it up. But the more that I'm eating this, especially with the flavorings of the marinara sauce and stuff like that, it really meshes well with the spaghetti squash. So this is definitely something that I would definitely, you know, like, especially as my carbs get lower and stuff like that, it's a great, if you're craving like pasta, it's a nice, you know, definitely a lower macro alternative for you. So give it a shot. Guys, it is Sunday, November 20th, and it's my refeed day. Super excited as well too, because my Seattle Seahawks won their 3rd straight game in a row. But anyways, I've kind of showed a little bit of this meal before, but on my refeed days, it's usually either pizza, and I'm gonna do it in my California kitchen pizzas, the barbecue chicken one. But usually what I like doing over that even is just like cheeseburgers and homemade fries, just because I save a lot more on the fat. And I've had some people kind of ask me how I do French fries. And basically what I do is I just take a bunch of russet potatoes, slice them up on a cutting board. I'm gonna microwave these for 5 minutes just to kind of soften them up so they'll cook faster. And then I'm just gonna layer them over some foil with some non-stick cooking spray, and then I have my oven set to 400 degrees. And these usually take, you know, it's kind of preference on how crispy you want your fries, but I usually put them in for probably, I'd say about maybe 20 minutes or so, just to get a nice crispy. And then I just top them with sea salt, and it's freaking awesome. And literally, like, I'm getting that whole entire bowl of fries is only like 2 servings, so about 52 carbs, no fat. That's the kicker. And then for burgers, just a quick rundown, what I do to keep the fat low is I use a 96.4 ground beef, so 4.5 fat per 4 ounces. So I usually just do 8 ounces, each burger patty being 4 ounces, so 9 fat total from the extra lean ground beef. And then I found these awesome buns at Safeway. I know my local Albertsons has them, but these are amazing. These are only like 1 fat, 18 carb, I think 3 protein per bun. And they're a nice size bun too. And then for toppings, obviously it's going to be individual, but I sliced up some pickles, got my mustard, my lower sugar ketchup, and I even will use a little bit of mayonnaise, usually just like a quarter or half of a serving, so it keeps the macros down. And then I got my lettuce. And then for cheese, you can definitely do some sliced cheese, but I just use my more lower fat mozzarella. So you could even do better as far as lower macros on this, but this is what I have right now, so I'm just going to use this and let the cheese kind of melt over the burgers once they're about being done cooked. And then that is pretty much it. You know, you can pretty much make this whole entire 2 cheeseburgers, fries, an amazing meal. And I think basically, I've managed to keep it at most at around like 12 to 13 grams of fat with the extra lean ground beef and the cheese and everything. So this is one of my things, like burgers, pizza. Those are the 2 things that are like my 2 big cravings. So I still make sure that even though I'm prepping, I still kind of like get that craving that I want. No, it's not the same. It's like a real, you know, juicy, you know, whatever In-N-Out burger or wherever your favorite burger place is, but it satisfies and gets that same kind of craving out of the way, which to me is one of the biggest things in a long contest prep like this, in keeping my sanity. So anyways, guys, I'll kind of show you the meal when it's guys, and here is the finished product. Again, these come out really nice and crispy. I just topped them with some sea salt, and I got both burgers there with the 96.4 ground beef, some lettuce, tomatoes, pickles. Amazing meal, and for pretty damn low fat. So gonna enjoy this and watch some of the Sunday Night Football games. One thing I wanted to show you was for my pre-workout meal, I switched from oatmeal to this puffed corn. It's by Arrowhead Mills. Awesome volume on this, as you see, and macros on this. Really, really good. Per 16 grams, only 1 fat, 12 carb, 2 protein with 2 grams of fiber. So I do 64 total grams, which is 4 servings. And then what I do, a lot of people realize or think that this stuff is like really kind of bland, which I will admit it kind of is by itself. But what I do is I add a little bit of cinnamon on there, and then I'll take a little bit of like a sweetener packet and just kind of drizzle it on there, and it kind of sweetens up the cereal really well. And obviously your best option for milk is going to be an unsweetened almond milk, because it's the best, lowest macro, I think pretty much from what I know, milk that you can find at 30 calories per serving. And honestly, I only do 4 ounces, not a full serving, so I actually cut those macros in half. But this has been one of my staples for my pre-workout lately, just because I feel like I kind of get a ton of volume with actually even less, and I'm getting 4 total servings here, as opposed to I was doing 2 servings of oatmeal, and I was actually utilizing more carbs doing the oatmeal than I is with this. And so the other thing that I've been doing, I think I was doing this before, as far as my carbs pre-workout, I'll do 2 plain rice cakes, and then I've been doing 12 grams of almond butter, just kind of spread on the rice cakes, and then I combine that with 8 ounces of chicken breast, and that's been pretty much my staple pre-workout meal for a while now. So just kind of updating you guys with what I've been doing pre-workout. 6, 7, 8, 10.